Hello everyone, my name is Kevin Sanchez and today I'm going to be telling you about my learning as a teacher. To start, I will tell you why did I choose this modality. I chose this modality because I already have some previous experience as an online teacher. So I really wanted to know how it was to be a teacher in a face-to-face classroom. So that's why I chose this modality once again, and I will tell you a little bit about each of the questions that were assigned. So first of all, what are the most important things that I have learned from and about my students? I have also learned and also noticed in my class that motivation is important. Why? Because if your students are motivated, they are more likely to learn what you are teaching. And when they are also motivated, they are very engaging in your lessons. Because, for example, in my case, all my students are very engaging in each of the activities, and they like all the activities that I prepare for them because I use a variety of teaching resources because I want to teach not only like I don't want to use like the old method, but I want to implement new strategies so that my students can learn easier and in a better way. One of the recent challenges that I have learned is that sometimes when I am preparing my lesson plans, sometimes for the practice stage, I prepare about 2 or 3 activities, but sometimes if I prepare 3 activities, sometimes my students, they take a lot of time and sometimes I'm just like running out of time in the last activity. So that is one problem. Or sometimes when I prepare just 2 activities, I have noticed that sometimes my students, they just like finish the 2 activities as soon as they can. So what I have done in this case in order to improve this is that I asked this question to myself: Kevin, if you were the student of that specific group, how much how much time would it take you to complete the activity? And this is really helping me a lot because now I have a better management of the time. One of the accomplishments that I want to celebrate is that I have noticed how my students are learning. Because actually, when I gave my first lesson, my students were a little bit shy, but now they are learning the language. They are like putting into practice the target language and the grammar structures. So that is really amazing when you're a teacher and you see that your students are making progress. So one of the things that has inspired me during this past week is the learning of my students. For example, in one of the last lessons, I remember that I made a short speaking practice with my students, and I felt so proud of me, but not only about me, but also for my students, because they were like using the grammar structures and the key vocabulary, the verbs in the past. So it was so amazing to see my students producing the language. So talking about my professional identity, what I have discovered about myself as an ESL teacher. So as I said previously, I already have some experience as an online teacher. So I thought that probably being a face-to-face teacher was going to be like more difficult, or like probably it was going to be a complete challenge to me, but it is not. It is not a challenge. So I'm really enjoying my experience. And for example, I give each lesson on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I really enjoy the experience. For example, on Thursday or Friday, I really want to go to the classroom to give more lessons to my students to see how much they continue making progress. So, if we talk about confidence and growth, I would say that one of the things that I think that I need to improve is when it comes to planning, because I think that sometimes it takes me a lot of time to prepare the lesson plan. I am good at delivering the lesson plan, but not to design it. So I think that sometimes I don't have a lot of ideas on what I should put on the lesson plan. So if I have to work on one area is planning, but I'm pretty sure that by the end of this semester, I would have gotten a lot of experience on designing the lesson plans, and it will be so easier for me. So again, thank you so much for watching and paying attention to this video.